Hi, this is On Campus. I'm Stacy Bockbrader, and today we're continuing our tour of Sussex County farms that participate in the Sussex County Farmers Market. Today we're at Liberty Farms, and we're going to tour their sunflower maze. So let's go check it out.
This is the largest sunflower field on the East Coast. We grow black oil sunflower seeds for New Jersey Audubon. It's a partnership that they created 6 years ago called SAVE, Support the Agriculture, Viability, and the Environment. And we're happy to be part of that program. We've planted here for 2 years in this location across from Rosalind's Farm and Bakery. And we did that to increase agritourism in Sussex County. It's been a huge success. We've brought in people from Long Island, Connecticut, Delaware. We had visitors from Maine this weekend. So it's the word spreading, and we're excited to try to bring more people to Sussex County.
Can you tell me how the weather affects your sunflowers this year as opposed to last year?
Sure. Last year was a rough year. We had the maze open for about a week, and then the hurricane came through in August and closed it down. Then in October, it rained the whole month, so we couldn't get into harvest. They wouldn't dry down. And by the time, then we had the snowstorm, a foot of snow on the sunflowers, which made for nice pictures. But after the snow, we lost about 75% of the field. We got 25% yield, and it was quite costly. But we decided to try again this year. We changed a few things. We increased the size, and we staggered the plantings in thoughts that the maze would be a little bit longer. And we planned to open August 1st. It didn't work. We had a drought, and 2012 didn't look very good. In the beginning of August, the sunflowers are 6 feet tall, or 6 inches tall instead of 6 feet. But it rained a lot first 2 weeks of August, and the sunflowers caught up. And they were about 4 feet when we opened. They're now approaching 5 feet. And the staggered row plan is working, and it looks like it'll be a good year. We've got our fingers crossed. So sometime in August, we'll look at the field. We'll wait for them to dry down. We want the seeds to be at about 9% moisture content. And we come in with a combine. We have a large international harvester combine with a corn head on it, or we're looking at getting a specialty head this year. And we come through, and it looks like giant forks that are fit for the rows, and we harvest the seeds, and the combine cleans them, it threshes them, and it comes out the pure seeds. And if they're not clean, then we throw them through a cleaner, and then we bag them up for New Jersey Audubon and send them off to the stores. And that all hopefully happens in October, depends on the weather. A lot of it happens outdoors. We hope people can come out and watch it when we're doing it. We started off growing the sunflowers for the looks and for the sunflower seeds. The next step in that process, we're looking at pressing them into oil, for cooking oil. I think there's a huge market for that. We're just figuring out how we do that in New Jersey. There's no pressing facilities close by, so we're gonna have to build one. And you can also use the sunflowers for eating raw right now. The seeds are good. While they're green, they don't have a hard shell. And the petals are great. We're using them across the street in salads. So the yellow petals make a beautiful salad. And cut bouquets, where people stop by every day and pick up flowers for their home. We also have a pick your own field this year. That's new. So people can come and pick their own sunflowers to take home. The kids really enjoy that. You can also use just the heads, like a head like this. You can cut it and dry it and hang the whole head up for birds to come, and we'll have those available later in the season.
Will you tell us about pollination?
Sure. This field, we have a lot of native pollinators. We plant no-till. That means we don't plow. It's unconventional. The conventional way was plowing the field, disking the field. It takes a lot more fuel. It's not very efficient. It's not good for the ground. It destroys the native pollinators. So we've been using a no-till system, and it works. We come in, and the field will be about this high in weeds, and we have a no-till planter that plants right through it. and the sunflowers are doing great. So John Park from New Jersey Audubon went through the field and took all these photos of native pollinators and bugs, insects that are out there, made a little sheet for us that we hand out. The kids love it. They try to go through and find them all. Yesterday we walked through and we saw 6 different types of bees. I'm learning a lot about bees, but we have a lot of bumblebees. We have honeybees. We've had on our farm, we have 12 hives. So we collect the honey, and the sunflower honey is phenomenal. We're in the process of bringing bees over to this field so that we can collect off of this field. To do that, we have to build a pretty sturdy fence around it and electrify it to keep the bears out. So that's what we're working on right now. But we've really found an increase this year in pollinators compared to last year. So we're very excited about that. So the first year I planted sunflowers on our farm with my neighbor Jeff Engel. We planted the field and it was about 10 acres and it was absolutely gorgeous. And every day I would walk around the field, we'd chase the deer off the edges, but we really enjoyed it. And our neighbors came, everyone wanted to come see the field. And I was walking around one day and I said, there's got to be a better way to share this with the public. And we've had a lot of talk in the state about agritourism and the benefits it can provide. So I thought, why not try doing a sunflower maze? We hadn't seen it. I looked around, researched, there were none locally. So I thought, let's try it. And so last year we came out here, we planted it, the planting looked good, and we decided to cut in SAVE for our Audubon's brand for the birdseed. It's support agriculture viability in the environment. So I had a good friend, Dave Coons, who's a GIS computer specialist. And so we mapped it out and we put a GPS unit in the tractor and we worked our way through and laid it out. Some of it we did by hand. And then we had to go up in an airplane and see what it looked like. And it turned out excellent. And everyone loved it. It wasn't a complicated maze. We didn't want it to be confusing or where you can get lost. We wanted you to enjoy the views, as you can see here. We wanted you to see the pollinators, learn about it. It should be educational and fun. So we did that and it was good results. This year, we thought, okay, what can we cut into it? And 3 years ago, my partners Nelson Martinez and I created Sussex Innovations and we founded Jersey Devil Salsa. So I thought, well, let's try Jersey Devil Salsa. So we've laid that out. This year we did a lot of the layout by hand, using the aerials and trying to follow the rows so we killed less sunflowers in the process. And it looks great. The maze is a lot more complicated than last year. So we have 3 levels. The salsa level is easy and I recommend it for kids or people who don't want to walk that far. It takes about 20 minutes. The other parts are, if you go all the way and do the whole 50-acre field, it gets long. And, but it makes it more complicated and some of the kids love it. Yep, so I have a picture of our layout that we give people a map so that they won't get lost. And you really, most of the parts of the field, you can see your way out. There's a couple sections that are high, just to make it interesting. And that's how nature grew the sunflowers.
Can you tell us the different types of sunflowers, why some grow taller than others?
Sure. So these sunflowers that we plant are called black oil. They're New Sun. They're made for birdseed or for cooking oil. And they grow to 4 or 5 feet, sometimes 6 feet. The kind that most people are used to seeing, they plant at home or they eat, the seeds that you get in the bag are called confectioner sunflowers. And they can be the giant mammoth ones that grow to 8, 10 feet tall that you see people planting in their home gardens. There's also cut flower varieties that the florists plant that'll be 2, 3 feet tall, but don't develop seeds and they last longer for the florist markets.
Is it true that the sunflowers will turn and face the sun?
Yes, that's a great question. When the sunflower buds form, just like this, and the heads are on there, they'll face the sun. So they are facing east in the morning and then they'll turn with the sun as the sun sets. Once the heads set, we call it when the heads set like this, then they'll face due east and they'll stop turning. So that's why we chose this particular location. So it faces the restaurant, which is east, and so you have a perfect panorama view from the restaurant. You also, we have to coordinate the rows with our plantings so that the sunflowers aren't competing for the sun. So we plant north to south.
Is your design planned out before you actually plant the seeds, or do you do this after you're already planted and started growing and you figure out what you'd like to say?
I have an idea in my head as when we plant for the season, what we're going to try to do. We wait until the sunflowers grow and the heads form before we do the final layout. I walk the field. I try to coordinate the layout with bare spots or places that the flowers didn't grow as well. And then we lay it out. We use some GPS, and this year we did it mostly by hand, just walking it, using surveyor ribbon, and designing it by the old-fashioned way. But it works fine. And
now I see some already have their heads, and some of them are a lot taller without heads. Are these different breeds, or is it just the way they've grown?
nope, it's really, a lot of it's Mother Nature. These sunflowers here were planted a couple weeks earlier, but with the drought they didn't take as well. So we came in and reseeded this year, trying to stagger the rows. And so then you can see these coming up are going to be higher given the rainfall. They're now shooting up over, which is working out perfectly for the pictures and the view of the sunflower field, because it's going to allow the maize to stay open longer. So we're hoping to be open into September.
Will the taller sunflowers, once their heads form, will they start to smother out the smaller ones? Will you have to harvest at different times, or is it all at one?
Nope, we'll harvest all at one time. The taller ones will be fine because they're going to bloom above, and by the time they bloom, the lower sunflowers are going to start to dry up. So we think they're only a couple weeks apart, so the harvest should be fine. When it rains and as it gets hot, they turn down. With the cooler nights and the weather, they pop back up during the day. As these heads get huge, it's just too much weight for them and they start turning down. But that's part of the process. So now that it's turned down, the petals will fall off, the covering will start to come off, and you can see the seeds are forming in there. Right now they're soft, the shells, but by October those will harden up and they'll be ready to harvest.
Is it always October that you harvest, or is there a sign where the sunflowers will start to turn brown, things will get harder, and then?
Yep. This variety is a 90-day crop, so it's 90 days from the day you plant it. It's about 45 days till they start to flower, and in 90 days they should be ready to harvest, depending on the weather. Given this year, we expect to harvest in October.
And you do all the harvesting?
Yep.
You do all the harvesting,
yep.
And then
My partner Jeff Engel and I, we drive the combine and we harvest it. It's neat.
I found the college experience right here at Sussex County Community College for a fraction of the price.
Really helped me in terms of just becoming a new individual or learning more about myself.
I found that a lot of the staff here and the teachers were very caring and helpful.
This is a very special thing for us, and we try to go out of our way to help our students as much as possible.
Sussex County Community College. Start here, go anywhere.
About the super tall sunflower out in the middle of all the little
Sure.
ones.
Every year it seems that one sunflower just grows more than the rest. I don't know if it's, I guess, genetic drift or what happens, but that one you can see is coming up, and I imagine in another week or two it'll be 4 feet taller than the rest of the field. Last year we had one sunflower that was about 6 feet taller than the whole field. It was the most photographed flower in the maze. and it ended up on the back cover of Edible Jersey for the summer issue of 2012. Last year we created a scavenger hunt in the maze for kids. We had 6 items hidden through. One was a flag, an owl, an Audubon birdhouse, the tallest sunflower, and a milk can to pay respect to the dairy farmers of Sussex County and its history. And this year we're planning to do another scavenger hunt. That was one of the items we had in the maze last year, was a family of scarecrows. They were dressed up like New Jersey Farm Bureau scarecrows. We would like to have a harvest festival. Last year the weather didn't allow that, but we're hoping to this year. We've also, in the back behind the sunflowers, we've planted corn, so we have the possibility of having a corn maze this fall.
Now, having all these sunflowers and having it be a big attraction.
The sunflower maze definitely gives us a lot of publicity. People come to the farmers markets. They come to the Sussex County Farmers Market on Saturdays at the fairgrounds, and they get to try our salsas, of course. They get to try our Liberty Farm garlic jelly that we're famous for. So, and people think, garlic jelly? And then they try it and they love it. It's great on bagels and cream cheese. It's great as a glaze when you're roasting with meats or chicken. And we sell a lot of it once they try it, and they come back and they buy cases of it. So the garlic jelly is very popular. Our honey sells out quickly. We have elderberry jelly, which we can never keep in stock. It's very hard to collect that many elderberries, and it's always flying off the shelf. Our garlic, every year we increase the size of our garlic plantings. We have over an acre of garlic fields, and that's a big crop for us. Our sweet corn, we can show you when we go back in, is a big hit.
I've noticed that surrounding the sunflower seeds is corn. You have several rows of corn. Was that done on purpose as an element of surprise, or is there another reason that you put that there?
Yep, both. We plant the corn around the edge of the sunflower maze. It helps keep the deer out. It keeps the people in the maze. It acts as a natural fence. We want to try to keep people from wandering off into the neighbor's property. And along the road, it just helps. We don't want people to just trespass when we're not open. There's liability. We don't want anybody to get hurt. So we'd rather they come in, park in the parking lot, and come see the maze and enjoy it. And the photos, we try to explain to people the photos are much better inside the maze. Anybody who's entered the maze and taken photos loves it. They thank us. One of the biggest joys of doing this is the amount of people that come by and thank us for planting the fields. It's beautiful. They've never seen anything like it in the area. As I mentioned, it's the largest on the East Coast, and it is just breathtaking. So
it is to come up over the hill and see this sea of yellow flowers just beaming at you. It is breathtaking. It's beautiful. Yep. It's great for the environment, and it's beautiful scenery, and something about sunflowers makes people happy.
It does, and it makes us happy. It really...
It's great advertising.
It's a wonderful thing. It's fun. It's when we're out here cutting the maze, you think, wow, this is my job. This is awesome. It's a great day, and we enjoy being here.
Mm-hmm. When you love what you do, it's not work.
Well, it's a lot of hard work, but when the customers come and they really appreciate it and they thank us and we see how much fun their families have, it makes it worthwhile. So as you're panning across the field, you see the historic silos that are famous for Sussex County, and then you go up the hill. We just cut a path going up the hill that gives you a beautiful view of the whole field. And the sunflowers are quite tall up there. Yep, so here we have a grasshopper on the leaf, but as you can see, the spread on my fingers is 9 inches, and so we call these pie plates, and quite a large population of the field is that size this year, which we're excited about. It's good for the harvest. So another product that we planted this year for the first time is Niger. It's a thistle seed. It's excellent for birds. And so we're experimenting. We have 8 acres planted in the back, way in the back, but I think you can pan out there. And we're hoping that looks promising right now, that we'll be able to offer a locally grown Niger thistle birdseed for the fall markets.
Can you tell us about the historical background of Liberty Farms?
Sure. Jolene and I bought the farm in 2005. It had previously been let go for about 30 years and overgrown and not upkept, so we've been working on it. Thus we have Save Liberty Farm, and we're trying to make it a historic, sustainable farm. The township records state the farm was built in 1790, or so circa 1790. The records, as you go back that far, are a little sketchy. We've done a lot of deed research through the historic records, and we believe that portions of the farm were first set off and deeded in 1740. So by 1790, the Clark family had settled on the farm, and in Snell's book of Sussex County history, it talks about the beautiful farm. He was an innovative dairy farmer, and he had a creamery there, and it was also a hotel for travelers. As they were coming by, they could stay. These are some of the products from our farm, Liberty Farm. This is our gourmet sweet corn. This is we haven't had sweet corn in 2 years because of the bear problems, but this year we did a little bit better planting and planted bigger field. It's a Marai variety that's extra sweet, extra tender, lasts in your refrigerator as if it was fresh picked for 7 days. And this is probably the best corn I've ever grown. It's phenomenal. We have cabbage and our sunflowers, onions, peppers, eggplant. These are our garlic cheddar dog treats that we make and have at the farmers market and are very popular. This is some of our award-winning garlic. We got first place at the fair. We grow 6 different varieties of garlic, including Music, German White, German Extra Hardy, Spanish Roja, Resic. We're really passionate about garlic, and we want people to try it. And of course, we have tomatoes. We have we're part of the New Jersey Department of Agriculture Jersey Grown program. Our seed is all certified Jersey grown, which we're excited about. I can show you one of our bags over here. This is the Save bag that our birdseed gets put into. The program won the Governor's Environmental Award last year, which was very exciting. We also have the New Jersey Audubon Jersey grown and made with Jersey wood birdhouses. And we have Jersey grown wood, New Jersey Audubon bird feeders that hold our seed and are very popular. Over here we have our Jersey Devil salsa. And it comes in hot, medium, and mellow. We say it's farm fresh, sinfully good. It's made with all farm fresh ingredients, and we believe it's the best tasting salsa on the market. So if you want to come to the maze is open Tuesday through Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We have a liability form that just states that we've talked to you, that there's bees, there's natural pollinators, there's rocks, it's an uneven field. We suggest closed-toed shoes. It is out in the sun, so on warm days, people should wear sunscreen or hats. We have more information at our website at SussexCountySunflowerMaze.com. There's also information on Liberty Farm at SaveLibertyFarm.com. Admission to the maze is $8 for adults, $5 for kids 4 to 12, and 3 and under are free. We want everybody to come out, bring their families, have a great time, enjoy Sussex County. We'd like them to experience Rosalind's Farm and Bakery, and taste their great blueberry smoothies, their fresh homemade quiches. Everyone who's come out has just loved it, and we're really excited to share the opportunity. Yeah, that would be.
And we've just visited the sunflower maze at Liberty Farms. We'd like to thank Raj and Jolene for taking some time and letting us explore their world, and be sure to go and see them at the farmers market right at the Sussex County Fairgrounds on Saturdays from 10 to 2. This is On Campus, and I'm Stacy Bockbrader.